See, I put 2.8 gallons, and Ricky, you put 2.6 gallons, which is point 0.2
Yep.
less than I did. I kind of squeezed it on in there.
And I
Your
squeezed
bike,
that $8 in there on mine.
and your bike is a '08, right?
6-gallon tank.
Okay.
Yeah, I squeezed that $8 in there.
And my bike is a 2016.
You did what, Rick?
I squeezed that little $8 in there.
But you know what, brother?
The pump kicked off a long time ago, but I squeezed that $8 in there.
Now, we basically put the same amount of gas. Matter of fact, I put 0.2 gallons more than he did. His bike is a '08. My bike is a 2012. But my bike is 10 years newer than his bike.
Did y'all use the same gas?
Yeah. But here's
87.
But here's what I'm getting at. How is it that they could build a bike 10 years ago
and with as efficient as the other one?
with the technology that is out now on the bike, the fuel mileage hadn't changed.
Right.
How is it that they can come up with MP3, compressing music, digital phones, all of this new technology, but they haven't figured out a way to increase the gas mileage?
Goldwing Rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who is fearless. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs.
How is a 2003 getting the same fuel mileage as a 2016?
I think you're being screwed.
Yeah, because you got a 20. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think not only am I being screwed, I think a lot of us are being screwed.
This is true.
Yeah. I mean, they're able to put MP3 on the bike. They're able to upgrade from from standard hydraulic brakes to ABS. You know, they're able to go from halogen lights to LED lights. With all of the new technology, they don't know how to make the engines more fuel efficient.
Yeah, they do know how to. They just don't.
They just don't.
They making money off of the way it is now. Why mess with it?
Yeah, but they'll redesign an engine. Even with the new Goldwing, they say, well, it's gonna go the same distance, but on less fuel. But they give you a smaller gas tank.
All right.
What is the advantage of that?
They ain't got to change it. They're not going to change it. It costs them money to make changes.
Yeah, but they could have just added the bigger fuel. They could have gave you a bigger fuel tank. Riders wanted to go farther. So why if the engine is more efficient, then why make the gas tank smaller?
They cut down on their cost when they make it smaller.
Yeah.
Material.
Well, and also, you know, they say that it's more efficient, but, you know, the lighter something is, the less fuel it burns. The heavier something is, the more fuel it burns. So if they made the bike 100 pounds lighter, which theoretically should get better MPG.
Yeah.
Why did they give you a smaller gas tank to only take you the same distance? So what I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. If they would have made the new Goldwing heavier, 100 pounds heavier than what it is now, it wouldn't get better fuel mileage. It'll get the same as the GL 1800. Think about it. If the new Goldwing has a smaller tank, but it's supposed to be more fuel efficient, but it goes the same distance as the GL 1800 on less fuel, but it's 100 pounds lighter, if they would have made the new Goldwing 100 pounds heavier, would it still be able to go the same distance as the GL 1800 on less gas? Well, I say it probably wouldn't. It probably would get the same MPG.
All right.
So just like the 03 gets the same fuel mileage as the 08, the 08 get the same fuel mileage as the 2012. The 2012 get the same fuel mileage as the 2017. So from 01 to 2017, you're getting the same fuel mileage. There hasn't been a increase in fuel mileage.
Right.
But you redesign the Goldwing, you make it 100 pounds lighter, but says it can go the same distance as a GL 1800, which is heavy, on a 1 gallon of less fuel. But we all know that the heavier something is, the more fuel it takes to push it.
Yep.
And since the Goldwing is lighter, so theoretically it would get better MPG, but they give you a smaller gas tank. What would happen if on that same new Goldwing, what would happen if it was 100 pounds heavier?
If it was 100 pounds heavier, it's not supposed to get the same MPG.
That's, theoretically, that's what I'm thinking now. That's not scientific.
Right.
What is the fuel tank size on that new Goldwing? Is it what? 5.5 gallons or something?
I'm thinking it's somewhere along 5.6.
Okay, so it's a gallon less, but it's 100 pounds lighter. I wonder what would happen if they had made that bike 100 pounds heavier. Would it still go the same distance as the GL 1800?
I'm looking at it. Is it the same motor? Is it really the same motor?
Well, well, it's probably not the same motor, but it's redesigned. But if it's getting the same fuel economy, then what is the difference? Even though it's a different design.
Just a redesign.
I mean, other than it's going to have more gears, it's going to be faster. I mean, but the bike is 100 pounds lighter.
Right.
Just like a tractor trailer. If he was pulling his trailer and his trailer was empty, he would get better gas mileage than if the trailer was full.
Yep.
Because he's lighter. So theoretically, if the new Goldwing is lighter and the old Goldwing is heavier, but they get the same mileage with a gallon of less fuel, what would happen if that new Goldwing was 100 pounds heavier?
Well, when they build things, most times they improve on something, and the redesigned engine may be the efficiency raised up on it. It's more efficient.
So they say.
Right.
But is it more efficient?
Well, you have to put it to the test.
Or is it the old bait and switch?
Could be.
We selling you more. We selling you more, but giving you less.
Right.
So what?
Well, we're advertising one thing, but you don't really know the difference. But this is what it is.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it is or it is not. I'm saying that's something to think about. Because they said that the new Goldwing would go the same distance as the GL 1800, but it would do it
on less fuel.
With less fuel. But we know that bike is 100 pounds lighter. So what if that bike was...
and that may be the difference.
What if they had...
It's lighter and a redesigned engine, which will make up the difference between the two.
But what would happen if they had made that bike the exact same weight as the GL 1800 with the new engine? Would it still be able to go the same distance as the GL 1800 on less fuel?
No, because you done added weight to it.
So if I've added weight to it and it's not going to be able to go the same distance, then the flip side of that is the reason why it's going a greater distance is because it's lighter, not because the engine is more fuel efficient.
Well, all you got then is a redesigned engine. Now, it may not go as far as 1800 on the same fuel, but it definitely wouldn't go as far as it would with the redesigned engine and less weight. I think more weight.
Yeah, because even now, if I put more weight in my trailer on the bike, it's going to burn my fuel economy is going to drop.
Right.
The lighter it is, the further it goes. The heavier it is, the more fuel it burns. So if they had made that new Goldwing more heavier, would it still be as efficient as they claim it would be? And if it's so efficient, then why did they reduce the fuel tank size?
Because of the weight and the engine redesign.
So the question becomes: is that engine more efficient, even though it's been redesigned, even though it's updated? Is it more fuel efficient, or is it getting better mileage because the bike is lighter?
Both.
You think it's both?
I think it's both. And if you take off one of the two, then it becomes less efficient.
So in other words, what would happen if the GL 1800 was 100 pounds lighter now? Just 100 pounds, if I shaved 100 pounds off the bike.
You would increase your MPG.
Exactly. Because I shaved 100 pounds. So it's to my belief that maybe, and I'm not saying it is or is not, maybe the new engine is not as efficient as they make it sound. It's just equivalent to the GL 1800, but has more gears and run at a lower RPMs, but is really not more efficient.
Well, that's a part of the efficiency, the redesign.
Or is it the old bait and switch? You think you're getting more, you think you're getting better fuel efficiency, but you're really getting you're getting a lighter bike. And as a result, the lighter bike is giving you more MPG.
Okay.
So that is the question. That is the question. And that's just food for thought.
Okay, I think you ought to get one and test the theory.
What you think about that, Ricky Mad Dog?
I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
I mean, it's not scientific, but it's just, my thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who's like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I may not. Or I could be correct. If they can make an engine in 2001 and it's going to get the same fuel efficient as a 2016, why is it now that they have a 2018 and above, why all of a sudden now that engine is more fuel efficient? You didn't make the engine more fuel efficient for 17 years. Why all of a sudden now on this 18th year this engine is more fuel efficient?
It was time.
Was it time to make the engine more efficient, or make the bike lighter so it'll just get better MPG?
Both.
That is the question.
See, they selling you two things to make you want to buy, and they give you a bigger trunk on the 2021.
So you can put two helmets in it.
You can put two helmets in it. Well, if that's the case, you knew the bike was the trunk was too small when you made the first one. In other words, Honda knew the bike was too small when they redesigned it. In other words, if you're going to go back to the drawing board and you have an older Goldwing and it's able to hold both helmets and you redesign it, why would you redesign it not big enough to hold two helmets?
It's a selling point.
In other words, they break it just to fix it, and then give you.
Now you getting it.
Right. They break it.
You get it.
And then fix it, and then things that should come with the bike, they turn around and sell it to you.
Yeah,
but
Piper's gonna tell you up.
But they knew the trunk was small when they redesigned it. They knew right then. Wait a minute, two helmets is not going to fit, and why would you redesign it and make it just barely enough, even if they thought two helmets would fit? Why not take two of the biggest helmets they make and build the trunk around those helmets? But I know it's a selling point. It's all about getting the money.
That's it.
In other words, they've been building bikes all these years.
Yeah, but right now, they got 3 selling points.
Uh-huh.
The redesigned engine, lighter, and the larger trunk.
Mm-hmm.
Now, next year, they may come up with another design on the saddlebags.
Mm.
So now they got 4 selling points.
But they knew the saddlebags were too small when they put the bike together in the first place.
And,
So the old bait and switch.
like you said, they break it. No, they know it's broke when they come out with it.
Right.
So they improve on it, and it becomes another selling point.
Right. See, they already know this is the perfect bike. So they redo it and make it to where we got to keep adding to it to make it better. But we already know what's better when we made the bike.
They already know that due to a lot of feedback they get from consumers, from those surveys that they do all the time, and from people talking to people. They take all of that in, and sooner or later they'll do a little something. Nothing big now. No more than when they redesign the cosmetics, like from 10 to 12, and from 17 to 18. They look a little bit different, but basically got the same engine, except for the 18 up.
So basically, we just want to keep you on the hook and get more money.
Pretty much.
And keep you coming back.
And see, it's like from the 05 to the 06, they improved on the stereo. You know, that's when they started coming out with the comfort audio package.
Right.
Premium this, premium package, and platinum package, and you get an airbag. They do those little things. Those are selling points.
To get more money out of you.
Oh yeah, I ain't never heard of Honda going down on nothing.
No, they sure haven't. And this is my last point. Why would you Bluetooth a 2014 Honda ST1300 Deluxe, but you don't Bluetooth your flagship Goldwing?
Oh, that's been a gripe of mine a long time.
You can Bluetooth a ST1300. That's not your flagship, but your flagship is not Bluetooth. But then once you get to 2018, you Bluetooth that bike with technology that you had in a bike 4 years before that, or 4 years prior.
Yep, that's been a gripe of mine a long time about Bluetooth technology. As long as it's been out, the Goldwing should have had it years and years ago.
You know what I'm gonna do there, Bullet? I'm gonna keep on riding this GL 1800, the most luxurious motorcycle in the world.
That's right.
There you go.
I still have 2 more years of warranty on it, and by then I have plenty enough time to make a decision and reevaluate.
I ain't making no decision. I'm gonna ride this baby to the sunset.
You're gonna ride it to the sunset. Well, if you're watching this video and you want to chime in on the topic, are the companies just trying to get our money? Put it in the comment section below. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are riding with Silver Bullet and Ricky Mad Dog. And I will talk to you guys later. See you.